I'm Pastor Henry Hildebrandt. Our message yesterday morning was about 3 desperate kings. I want to, maybe I could say, whet your appetite a bit on something that I want to maybe go more into depth, maybe a little later. But I wanted to mention to you one word. It's prophecy. When I look at this time that we're living in, and maybe I could pose it to you as a question, is, do you not think that somewhere prophecy applies to our time? Surely what we see happening in our world right now, the magnitude of it, I mean, this involves every country of the world. Are we not to be found in prophecy? Is this time not to be found somewhere? What is the Bible saying about this? I think it's easy for us to get caught up and just thinking, okay, what do I do now? What do I do today? What do I do tomorrow? But let's look at the bigger picture and see what is actually happening right now. I believe as Christians, we all believe that the end is near and that God is coming back for his bride, for his church, for his people. So what does the Bible say about the end? What will be happening in the end? We look back and we dealt with it yesterday morning, like I said, 3 desperate kings, talking about King Pharaoh, talking about Nebuchadnezzar, and talking about King Herod. And what do those 3 have in common? All of them getting very, very desperate when they see what's happening with God's people. Now, Pharaoh thought he would just do something and just get all the baby boys killed and basically just weaken the people. No strong man to stand up, nobody to take their stand, see if they could do it. And his very own midwives that he talked to, maybe we could say his health unit people, they disagreed with him. They did not do what he asked them to do. And he tried for all he was worth, and amazingly enough, the very man that God chose to do what needed to be done, Pharaoh's daughter took this little boy home, loved him, and Pharaoh footed the bill and raised this boy, raised this man, man of God, who later on God used to drown his army. Powerful things. Nebuchadnezzar, he was looking at it, and he was in trouble because Daniel had told him that when he told him about his dream, and of course no one else could tell Daniel or could tell Nebuchadnezzar what his dream was, but Daniel was able to, by the grace of God, God gave him understanding, gave him wisdom, and we could say Nebuchadnezzar was troubled because he heard that his kingdom wasn't going to last, and the head was of gold, and went on describing the whole vision that he had, the dream that he had. And it seems like right after that, he was determined, well, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an image and make it all of gold, the whole thing of gold, but I will make sure that my kingdom will not go down. Well, prophecy is stronger. We stand on a sure word of prophecy. And no matter what Nebuchadnezzar tried, no matter what he did, God built up his kingdom, and Daniel told him so. Then we go to the New Testament and we look at King Herod. It amazes me. It never ceases to amaze me. How is it possible that King Herod, and it says with him all of Jerusalem? I say, shame on Jerusalem. They should have known. Did it really take 3 wise men from the east? And there, we could say a lot about that. Did it take 3 men coming from the east who had studied the stars, who had studied, we could say they knew prophecy, and they came to Jerusalem and they said, where's your newborn king? And Herod was shocked, because he was totally disconnected from prophecy. And so was Jerusalem with him. They were shocked. And yet when they studied, he got the scribes and the people that studied the Bible, he got them together and he said, search. What's going on here? And they found it. So that is kind of it's an overview of what I am thinking of this time that we're living in, is what does prophecy say about our time? Let's not just look at it with our physical eyes and say, they're asking us to wear a mask. Oh, well, that's just for now. And we're going to sit in church services and we're just going to wear the mask and we're just not supposed to sing right now. Well, that's been 8 months now, so we might need to consider this seriously. What is going on, or what is expected of God's people in this time? What would Jesus do in this time? What's prophecy saying about our time? So maybe at some point we can get into this a little deeper, but I thought I wanted your minds to start working on that and start thinking, what does this whole thing mean? If it involves the whole world, surely there's prophecy that is letting us know what will be happening in the end. And one thing is for sure, God is gathering his people. God is gathering all the Christians worldwide, from every country, every background, from everywhere, gathering them, getting them ready for his second coming. God bless you.